Today I will be talking to you about possibly the ugliest animal in existence. It goes by the name the blobfish. The blobfish, also known as the king and queen of ugly, officially won its title of the world's most ugliest animal back in 2013. Voted by 88,000 people via YouTube by simply clicking like on the video of the blobfish. You yourself might find this topic interesting because when people hear the word blobfish, they don't think it's a real animal, but simply a joke. I'm at least credible to share this information with you through the research and academic sources that I conducted through my research. Today I will tell you a little bit about the blobfish's background, as well as some physical traits, as well as characteristics of the fish. I will share some strange and interesting facts as well about it. So let's start with a little background about the blobfish and its history. Its scientific name is Cyclodus marcatus, which comes from the family of fish known as fatheads. If you look at the blobfish physically, it has a rather large head. The fish was first talked about in any scientific journal by Robert Frick in 1990. He discovered the fish off the shore of Western Australia and wrote it down and started researching it a little bit. The Greek word, it comes from a Greek word, blobfish, the Greek word psycholudo, which simply translated into English means have a cold bath. And this is suitable for the blobfish because it lives at extremely cold depths in the ocean. So where can you find the blobfish? The location of where the blobfish lives is at very, very low depths into the ocean, up to 4,000 feet, between 2,000 and 4,000. And the air pressure at 4,000 feet is extreme. It's 120 times higher than our normal air pressure at sea level. Where you can find the blobfish in the world is off the coasts of New Zealand, Australia, and sometimes it's also found off the coast of Tasmania. However, to find the blobfish is very, very rare. So I'll now share some physical traits about the blobfish. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, they say the blobfish looks like a big, blobby tadpole just of a mass of jelly-like flesh, with a big head, a big nose, and two staring eyes. However, as crazy as the blobfish might look outside of water, due to the water pressure, the blobfish only looks like that outside of the water, due to its non-skeletal structure and has no muscles. But, however, in normal water up to depths of 4,000 feet, the blobfish actually looks like a more normal fish, like your everyday fish. It kind of flattens out, and it takes away the blobby effect. So, what does the blobfish eat? Since researchers have never seen the blobfish eat, researchers can only speculate of what it eats. They think it possibly eats crabs, sea urchins, possibly sea hens, or even shellfish. Since the blobfish has no skeletal structure, it has no teeth, so it can't physically bite. So the blobfish simply eats it whole, whatever it's feasting on. We're not quite sure. So whatever swims by, the blobfish just sucks it up. So now I'll talk about some strange facts about the blobfish. The blobfish has never been caught by any fishermen, only accidentally, except to my previous picture. This is actually nicknamed Mr. Blobby. Back in 2003, Mr. Blobby was caught accidentally off the northwest coast of New Zealand, where it still resides today in the New Zealand Museum, where researchers are conducting scientific tests to find a little bit more about the blobfish. The blobfish has actually had some Hollywood appearances. In the movie Men in Black 3, the blobfish appeared on a Chinese counter on a platter, inferring that it's some sort of outer space food. As you look at the blobfish, it kind of does look like an alien origin. Uh, Michael Hurst, he's also someone in Hollywood. He's a singer-songwriter. Made a strange song to the blobfish, talking about its strange characteristics, saying it's consequently just the ugliest thing alive. The blobfish is also an endangered animal, and sadly, on the verge of extinction. Due to the accidental bottom trailing nets that go across the ground, catching, or supposed to be catching lobsters and crabs, will sometimes accidentally pick up these blobfish and evidently kill them. Though, there is one group that is trying to save these animals. The Ugly Animal Preservation Society brings attention to the ignored creatures in the world. This is also the same group who the contest to find out what the ugliest animal in the world was. The group, when talking about the blobfish, sarcastically said, "The panda gets way too much attention." So in conclusion, today I've shared with you one of the most strangest creatures in the world. At least what I think is the most strangest creature in the world. I've talked about where he resides in the world. I've talked about its physical attributes and characteristics, as long as the origin of where the name came from. And also, I've talked to you about what researchers know so far about the fish. Though the blobfish might be deemed the ugliest animal on Earth, we should admire the blobfish, because the blobfish might not be around for too much longer. Thank you.